After 6 months of intensive analysis, the subject shows little sign of improvement. Conventional methods have failed to counteract the delusions, which have grown more deep-rooted. It is my belief that it will require a radical departure from accepted techniques to reach the patient. I'm beginning tonight by initiating a variation in the treatment pattern, which I hope will help bring his neurosis to the forefront. Of course, only time will tell if this is the correct approach. Yes?
Dr. Steiner, it's 6 o'clock.
So it is.
Mr. Talbot's here.
Thank you. Send him in. Good evening, Mr. Talbot.
Why did you want to see me tonight?
Didn't Jennifer explain to you that I'm going out of town for a few days?
Yeah, but why couldn't I come earlier?
It was the only time I could squeeze you in.
But it's almost dark. Don't you know what tonight is?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't.
It's the night of the full moon. You know what happens to me when the moon comes out.
I know what you believe happens to you. We've talked about this delusion before.
It's no delusion.
You aren't the first person to have a fascination with the moon.
It's not a fascination, it's a fact.
I want to help you. Please, sit down. If I'm not afraid, you shouldn't be.
Okay, fine, Doc. It's your funeral. So, what do you want to talk about? My childhood, my parents?
How about the first time you heard of werewolves?
Real funny, Doc.
When was it?
I was maybe 8 or 9 years old. There was this old movie on TV. You know, the one with Lon Chaney? Even a man who was pure at heart and says his prayers every night.
Are you pure at heart, Mr. Talbot? Do you say your prayers at night?
What are you getting at?
The autumn moon can't be bright tonight, Mr. Talbot. It's the middle of April. The source of your fears is groundless.
Hey, I'm not saying that's what happens. Jeez, I'm getting all confused.
If you weren't confused, you wouldn't need to see a psychiatrist, would you?
Yes? I mean, no?
I want to rid you of your confusion, Mr. Talbot, to help you distinguish fantasy from reality.
I know reality. I am a werewolf, and I have killed...
Oh, yes, your latest victim, the woman looking for her kitty cat. You've even brought me newspaper clippings of homicides, claiming the victims were yours.
It's not a joke. I killed this woman, and her cat.
I know you think you did. Now, continue with your story. The details get more interesting each time you tell it to me.
It was dark, so very dark. A slight breeze rustled through the trees as I walked through the shadows. Somehow I ended up in a nice neighborhood. Big house, nice yard. The last thing I remembered was locking myself into my bedroom. But here I was, outside in the full moon, searching for prey. Then a light came on from inside the house. She was looking for her cat. And then there it was, the cat. It slowly walked across the lawn. It was so cute. I like cats. But then...
You are in danger, Dr. Steiner. Are you listening?
Of course I'm listening. The real question is, are you listening?
Oh my God, the moon.
Yes, I know about the moon.
But Doc, the moon.
Now, let's get to the point. Just how did you come to be a werewolf?
What?
Were you born one, or did you just suddenly turn into a werewolf one day for no apparent reason?
How am I supposed to know?
All right, let's forget the how. What about your obsession with the full moon?
Everybody knows the dangers of a full moon.
No, everybody doesn't know about the danger. Do you know the first reference to the full moon causing a man to turn into a werewolf?
No.
By a strange coincidence, it's your Lon Chaney movie.
I'm not making this up.
It's a fable, a legend.
Legends are based on fact. It's the truth. I am a werewolf.
Were you bitten by a wolf? I can't remember the last time a wolf came trotting through town.
I just know that it's getting late and it's not going to be safe. When I start to change...
Mr. Talbot, you're just unhappy with your life.
Doc?
I hear the anger in you, Mr. Talbot. I know what you're feeling.
Doc? Doc, I don't think this is such a good idea. It's...
I know it's rough confronting reality, but life isn't always pretty. I'm angry too. I spent half a year telling you you weren't a werewolf. And it turns out you really were one all along. In conclusion, I do not advocate the extremist approach in all cases. There is a time and a place for unorthodox measures. As men and women of science, it is our duty to temper such measures with discretion. Memo to Jennifer, cancel the rest of Mr. Talbot's appointments. Oh, look at the time. I'll be right with you. Come in. How are you this evening, Mr. Alucard? Now, let's try to get to the bottom of this vampire fixation of ours, shall we?